Hi, everyone. Welcome to a very special short attention span webinar. You know why it's special, Kelly?
I don't know, but I'm wondering if I should I whisper?
No, no, oh, no, not that. No,
Okay.
no. I'm going to do the entire webinar in Italian.
Eh,
I'm
I'll
kidding. I
believe
don't know
that when
any
I see
Italian.
it.
I don't know any Italian, but I will be in Italy I'll be in Italy when this plays. I think we'll be in Venice. No, we'll be in
Fantastic.
Florence. We'll be in Florence on our way to Venice when this is released.
Mm.
So,
Bene, molto bene.
well, you probably speak more than I do. Madeline is actually my daughter. I'm taking my daughter. This is her senior trip from Daddy, and she already is working on her Mandarin for her trip to Shanghai. And she last night she started on Italian. She said, "Oh, Dad, I love knowing the Romance languages."
Eh, that kid.
Anyway, I'll do my best. So today
Yeah.
we're going to talk about what to do next week. Kelly, what's special about next week?
It is the week leading up to a holiday week.
Yeah, right. And here in the States, it's 4th of July. 4th of July is on a Thursday. And a lot of you are probably thinking, well, that's a wasted week because if people aren't going to be working on the 4th, they probably won't be working on the 5th, which means they probably won't be working on the 3rd, which means it'll be quiet on the 1st and 2nd. Would you say that's what our clients are probably thinking?
I think that's what a lot of people think. Yes,
Yes.
and I think it's an easy way for them to give themselves almost a week off without really taking the week off. And I bet you that we're going to convince them otherwise, Bill.
Well, we'll see. You know what? It's funny. I have no problem with somebody taking the week off, and I have no problem with somebody throttling back a bit. The problem I have is with people making assumptions. So, yeah, you want to take a rest, totally fine. I will be taking a rest myself, and we'll be back on the 2nd. But yeah, I've got things scheduled on the 3rd, taking the 4th off, probably taking the 5th off. But Kelly, let's talk about getting organized. This is a great opportunity. This is like the week between Christmas and New Year's. What can people do to get organized?
It is a great week it is a great week, just like it's almost like the midpoint of the year. So it is a great time to kind of recalibrate and take a look at your desk. If your desk isn't neat and clean, you can do some cleaning, kind of some purging. It's a great time to maybe go through your file of old quotes, see if there's anything you need to follow up on, and certainly purge. Get rid of things that you don't need to keep around, just so that you can kind of, once you physically clear out that space, you kind of mentally clear out the space too. So it just becomes something you look forward to coming to instead of, oh God, my desk is covered, it's a mess, and you just kind of clutter yourself up that way too.
And Kelly, as we've said in the past, this action is it's motivating.
Yep.
You end up with this list of things, and so you know what? We'll say it again. When you're at a low, when things are really slow, and you're just not feeling it, organize, make that list, and you will see for yourself there really is something about this whole process. So, sure, again, go play golf, go rest. Now is the time. Take a client out to lunch, throttle back. But then once you've got that out of the way, make certain that you are improving yourself as well. Brush up on your social media. Do you know how everything that LinkedIn can do? Can you reach out and get some testimonials from people? You can send up to, Kelly, I forgot what the number is. Is it 50 people you can request from at a time?
Yeah, with LinkedIn, I believe so.
Yeah, I think you can send out just one email to 50 people that says, would you please say something nice about me? And that's different from, what's the LinkedIn thing? Your skills have been endorsed?
You've been endorsed.
Yeah, that's different. Endorsed is just checking a box. This is when somebody says, Kelly Malazzi is just one of the preeminent authorities on marketing your print business, and you should definitely give her a lot of money, which I think is what I wrote. Read your software manuals. Kelly, I heard once that we only know about 10% of what our software does. So what are we after here?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what you're talking about, if it's like your contact management software, there's a very good chance that there are a lot of bells and whistles in there that you don't know anything about. So being able to just, probably communicate with people better, keep better data, all of that stuff is, you are missing out on a lot. And even in something like Constant Contact, maybe they're offering some free seminars, or maybe it's using the survey function, different things like that. It's just about stretching. It's just about learning something new and figuring out that your tools are sharper even than you think they are.
Yep, it's a great idea. It really is. Go to Apple. I like going to, go to Apple, go to Verizon, go to Sprint, go to whomever equipment manufacturer you've got that's got good customer service, and then challenge them. Say, this is what I do. Help me to do it better. And it might be, of course, they're in the business of selling you things, so it's kind of a self-serving answer they're going to give you, so you don't have to buy anything. But it's always good to be challenged. How do I do what I do better? What do you have for hardware, for software? So all good conversations to have.
Or even what's the latest and greatest? Like what can I be talking about to people that they might not know about yet? I mean, they probably have a pretty good handle on what's coming down the pike. So, that it's just a great thing to be able to say, hey, guess what I heard?
Yeah.
To your customers.
Yep. And you can also spend some time researching that as well. You can go to, macrumors.com. It's always got some pretty good information. You can research a company. Always good stuff, good time. Make a list of companies that you want to call on. Do the research so that you've got something that you can get ready and you'll call on on July 8th when the week is over and the new week begins. Same thing here. Gather a list of prospects. This is a chance for you to build up a pool. Kelly, how many prospects should I have at any one time? So after this process, how many should I end up with?
Oh, that's a very personal kind of gauge for every person. But to me, my customers, I usually tell them, depending on where they are in their career, anywhere from 5 to 10 a week. Okay. If you're a really seasoned person and you're super busy, maybe it's just 1 or 2 new prospects that you're adding to the pipeline every week.
Okay. So I would want to have a pool then of say 2 or 3 weeks worth.
Sure.
Right? Something like that.
At least, terrific. Yeah. It would be great to have that in the bank, so you're kind of you've got the work done already, and you're just kind of grabbing from that every week when you go out to do your new prospecting. Sure.
There's lots of material online. I've got stuff on my website that you can get. Might belong to a trade association. You can go to Print Hub. Lots of information up there, and it's all free. So go watch a webinar. Choose a topic. Put something in Google and see what pops up. This stuff, you can sit and watch 2 or 3 of these things, or a short attention span webinar if you like. We've got these all archived on aspire4.com. You can also call your trade association. If you don't belong to a trade association, why not? Call them up and say, convince me as to why I should belong, see what they have to say. Ask them, where's the industry going? Do that kind of research. All good ideas. This is what I love, Kelly. I could show you my email inbox. I probably have 3,500 or so emails in my inbox that are just sitting there. What's in there that I'm looking for if I go through my list?
It just may be a response you forgot to send, or there may be somebody that requested something from you that you want to follow back up on, quotes you've sent out that you can assume after a certain amount of time goes by with quotes that you didn't get the work, but it's always a good idea to follow back around and say, what happened to that project? How did it go? Yeah. And maybe even revisit that and say, let's talk about what you're going to do next time, and maybe we can get involved. I mean, there's any number of things you can do with older contacts.
Yep, absolutely agree. Now this is a strange one. Have coffee with a competitor. What would you accomplish, Kelly, talking with a competitor?
I think this is about commiseration. I think it's about just having good industry relations. You're not talking about exchanging trade secrets or anything, but it's always a good idea to have friendly relationships so that, if you find yourself in a situation that you need something, you run out of something, you've got somebody to go to. Again, I think those of us, that really have this industry in our hearts, we want everybody to succeed. And when you believe in abundance, you believe that it's okay for everybody to move forward, not just yourself. I mean, it's just good karma.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree that it's good to know someone because you can pick up the phone and say, hey, can you help? And they might call you too. So that door swings both ways. And then finally, I love this one. You heard me say that my daughter Madeline is going to go to school in Shanghai. She's going to go to NYU. The president of NYU was a guy by the name of John Sexton, and he really blew her away when he said, "Go play to a different octave." And he said, "Go find something that you're uncomfortable with and study it." And that's where this bullet point came from. Go find something that you really struggle with, something that you don't want to learn, something that you don't want to do, and do it. This is a good time for that. It will feel so good when you are done. Kelly, I won't embarrass you and ask you what it is you would think about here, but it might be time management, it might be presentations, it might be studying different personalities, it might be developing a relationship, but something that doesn't quite suit you, something you wouldn't ordinarily go out and do. This is a good week to do it. So Kelly, I'm sure you're going to have a nice quiet week with the kids.
Absolutely.
They know it's a national holiday. And happy 4th of July to everyone. Kelly, thanks very much for your time today.
Thanks, Bill. Hope you're having fun in Italy.
Well, thank you very much. There's not going to be any short attention span webinar on the 5th, so we will come back on the 12th with all new material. Thanks, everybody.